Hey, it's Rich Baum with Rich Baum Photography, Sacramento, California. A beautiful April day, perfect to do a tutorial. And I'm going to start doing more tutorials. It's just basically showing you how I edit single photos and nothing particular. But these are going to use several elements. And that's what I think the goal is really to, as you're shooting, you shoot different parts of the scene, but quickly, not really too involved or intricate like light painting or anything like that. But it's basically to use an ambient shot, which this is a finished shot, and it's nothing unbelievable. It's not an incredible house, incredible room, but it does have a view, it does have a light, and it has shadows. And these are all things we deal with in all types of rooms and situations. But this is showing you that this is just regular real estate photography, nothing fancy, nothing great. Anyway, we're going to start with the ambient shot. And this ambient shot is okay. And actually, I lightened it up a little bit. These are mostly here's out of camera. So I lightened it up about a little over 2/3 of a stop. So we're going to use the shadows from here. We're going to use the light from here, although it's overpowering, so we don't want to use all of it. And we're going to have the nice, the shadows, realisticness of the shot. So we're going to combine this one and this one. And this lit shot is going to show you that it's going to give you the crispness and soft and sharpness that this is not going to give you, but definitely parts of it we don't like. We don't like shadow here. We don't like the shadow in the window. It's kind of flashy. It's bright. Just not digging it at all. But it works for this. And then we have the exposure. So then we're going to do just a window exposure here. Okay, we're not going to do darken mode. I'm just going to mask in a little bit of it. So you'll see at the end that we don't need to use the whole window because what we'll have is pretty good. So anyway, right click, edit in layers and Photoshop. And that's, you highlight the 3 layers you want and let them come into Photoshop. I'll have a little sip of coffee. And I maybe have some little elevator music in the future. Da, 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 da. But that's something coming up on my next step with these tutorials. Anyway, so they're opening up in Photoshop, and you can see basically I want to name the layers. So we'll take this first one is ambient. Okay. The second one I know is the lit shot. And the third one is the window. And a way you can, if you have so many layers you can see, you just basically, you're going to turn off the other two so you know this is the window, this is the lit shot, and this is the ambient shot. So you know that those are the 3 that you have. So I'm going to turn on the lit shot and the ambient and turn off the window. I'm going to put the lit shot underneath. I'm going to put the ambient shot above it. Window shot is off. So ambience up here. I'm going to do as I always do. I'm going to create a new layer mask. I'm going to click Option. As the same time I hold down Option as I make a new layer mask. Okay, we have the lit shot, and you can see all the things I talked about. So let's just start over here. I am on Paintbrush, White, 3% flow, 100% opacity, and a nice soft brush. Okay, I'm just going to brush in a little bit. And 3% is good. And we're not doing a luminosity mask because I like the colors I want to bring in from the ambient. So I just paint in a little bit on the carpet. And I can go over the window. I don't care because I'm not going to use it. Now this is the part that I really want to use here. Let's bring in a little bit of ambient. Get rid of that shadow and bring in the light from the lamp, the practical. Now, many people say lights off, lights on. The agent actually asked me to have the light on. They want to see the light for whatever reason. I don't know. But we want to just have the amount of light we want. We don't want to be controlled. So you can have no light or just a little bit. And if you look at the ambient shot here, hold on a second, sorry. It's just way too much. Okay, so I don't want it all. So basically I put in the amount I want. Okay, so we're here, and the only thing now we have to deal with is this hot spot here. Actually, I'm going to bring in a little more ambient here just to mellow that out. Okay, get rid of some of that shine over there. Adding in ambience. There you go. I don't need any more shadows over here. Although I could bring it all the way in, it's too much in my opinion. So I'm going to back it off. 3% flow eraser. Just bring in the amount that I want. Okay, a little less. Okay, so this to me is a lot better than this. There we go. One more time. Not perfect by any means. I'm actually going to bring down the light a little bit. Okay, good. But I got rid of that terrible shadow, mostly, not 100%. But again, this is for the working photographer. This is let's get in and out as quick as possible. Okay, so now I'm going to bring down my window exposure over my lit frame. I'm going to turn on the window. Okay, and there. I'm going to have that there. And I'm going to make a layer mask again. I hold down the Option key on a Mac, add a layer mask, and there we have this. And basically all I'm going to do is go back to paintbrush with my soft brush at 3%. And I'm going to paint out that flash layer right there. I'm going to bring in a little bit of lightness from the ambient. Okay, there we go. Or from the layer below it. Sorry. And you got to understand, as always, I'm not the greatest Photoshop guy, which is kind of funny that I do these videos, because I know enough to get me by, but I'm certainly no expert. And there you have it. Okay, it's pretty quick and easy, down and dirty. So I'm going to do as I do all the time now. I'm going to close this out. I'm not even going to save it. I don't need it. I already delivered this photo shoot. I'm going to go here. We're going to do real time. Okay? So we've got this layer, and this layer. Ready? Let's just see how long it takes us. The longest part about the whole process to me is bringing the photos into Photoshop. Here we go. I'm not even going to name the layers now because I know what they are and I know what order they came in. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to bring the lit layer below, bring that there. Okay, now I'm going to turn off that. Okay, I'm going to go here. Here we go. Ready, here we go. Let me make sure we're here. Okay. Okay, I guess I can talk while I'm doing this. There we go. A little on the carpet. Bam, boom, bomb. Bang, boom, bomb. And there we go. Okay, this is for all you naysayers that think it's too long. There we go. There's a finished image. Talk to you later. Rich Bump Photography, over and out.